Today we're going to talk about adding dialogue and punctuation. Dialogue is when two or more people speak to each other in a text. When you speak in person, you know who's speaking, but in print we need to use quotes around what is being said. There is specific punctuation which must be used when writing dialogue. Which words are spoken in here? "Hi, Dad," said Grace as she came in the door from school. Grace continued, "Guess what happened in music class? I got to play a solo on my violin." "Good for you," exclaimed her father. Take a look at that. Which words do you think are spoken aloud? Well, if you said those that are in quotes, you are right. "Hi, Dad. Guess what happened in music class? I got to play a solo on my violin." "Good for you." Those are the words that were actually spoken out loud. That's why they're in quotation marks. Let's look here. "Good morning," said Owen to his sister. Notice there's no punctuation there. There's no quotation marks. So let's put some in. "Good morning" is what's actually being said. So we're going to use the green to start the punctuation and the red to show where it ends. "Good morning" is what Owen said to his sister. Notice that there's a comma between behind the quotes and before said. "Will you play with me?" asked Rosie. This is where it starts. The red is where it ends. So she actually said aloud, "Will you play with me?" Notice again, the question mark is inside the quotes. Owen replied, "Let's have breakfast first." Notice here, the dialogue tag is before the actual dialogue. So you'll see that here. Here's the dialogue, what's actually being said, and here's what's called the dialogue tag. The dialogue tag tells you who's saying it. Notice there's a comma before the quotes. "I think I'll have cornflakes," said Rosie. Here, this is what's being said again. And we have the dialogue tag at the end, said Rosie. "Toast for me," said Owen. These are the beginning of the quotes, and here's the end. Notice that the punctuation is always going inside the quotation marks. There's a comma here. Here it's a question mark. Notice also there's always a capital letter as the beginning of the quote, whether it's in the beginning of the sentence or the end.